I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Touch 50.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a third down.
One pass. No chance. Check 52. Shit. Got it. Pick that. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got him. He's checking. Crap.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Go 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, boys, 58. Off.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
There you go.
Now Wilson on first down. They set up the screen to Penny. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Kill. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Shit. Hey, alert. Under 10. Hey, alert. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, 0.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Watch the shit.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second down, Murray sets to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
What? Green 80! Mike, 58, right there. Let him know, let him know. One fluff. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. There. Check 6 guys.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Move 15. 14, Friday. Defense, our time. It's our time.
Throwing on second and 14. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for number 85. Incomplete. It's now third down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Ready? 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, gun.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They can't hang with us.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Murray. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
14.
Here's Carson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Time to go, night. And 58 is a Mike. Well, 58 is the Mike. All day, Punk. 19. Switch gears. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58, boys, 58. Trump. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 58.
From the gun, Wilson. Short pass to Howard. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
49. Alert. Shoot.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. And this is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Sponge. Hey, 0-0-0.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down. Check nickel. Shit. 12.
Now Rashad Penny. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Hey, check, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the slip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Pick it up. Check 3. Watch the safety creep.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And able to find Kirk complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 43.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike 5-4.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. They got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the screen. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Go, guys, 4 down. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense.
To throw again is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Get ready.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
They're running, man. Tighten up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. It's the outlaw. 54 bucks. Check.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
We've been to enough practices to recognize what we saw there. That was good coaching, right? Taking care of the football, protecting it, making sure you don't give anything up. But boy, oh boy, that's hard for a lot of quarterbacks to give up on a play, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did the right thing. Protect the football, because I think you saw what I saw. There was really nothing downfield.
And nothing downfield. If you try and force it, sometimes you turn a bad play into something way worse, and you can really hurt your team that way.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he goes out right around the 39.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. I think you have to say this crowd here in Seattle, this 12th man had something to do with that.
As well as the architect of this stadium, combined with this crowd noise, makes it very difficult to run offense. And here, 2 points result for the defense.
It is deafening in here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Going for Metcalf on the... And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 52 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
58 to Mike. Coming. Alert flag. Good job right there. Good job right there.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
What? 380! You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Hey. You don't want it. Check three.
Smith trying to run for it. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
I got you. 14. Crunch.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really... And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
To throw, it's Murray. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one, 28 yards on the ground. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Murray now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Let's get off the field. March 50.
Throwing again on second down. Murray is hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
First down, Cardinals.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Murray now on first down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. The 40. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson escaping the pressure. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A throw over the middle taken in. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First down, Arizona.
First down, Murray. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Switch up, switch up.
Here's Murray from midfield. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
In your face.
Murray now on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Wilson wants to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Tempo.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Russell Wilson, sack.
Boom! Big hit. All day. Sack City, baby.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed.